Hi, today I want to talk to you about integration and why it is so key on your healing journey. So, the integration formula is a process that I developed over a decade of diving deep into my own healing process and then sharing what I learned with my clients, with people I worked with, and discovering that there were these really specific 5 phases that when you go through them, you come into this completion, this wholeness around whatever was challenging you, whatever situation in your body, in your mind, complex that has been a disturbance in your life. This process of integration allows that to become a gift and then be a fuel for what you create next. So I want to give you some insights into what this integration formula is and see if it's something that might actually benefit you in your life and what you're going through right now. So my name is Sarah Wayne. If you don't know me, I'm an intuitive healer and I am a integrator for people who have experienced complex body challenges, complex health issues, and really find that that is the weight that's holding them back from stepping into the fullness of who they are and bringing in more of their light, more of their natural innate gifts comes through integrating the fullness of the body, mind, and spirit. So I want to just give you an overview of this definition of how I see integration by starting with what the dictionary, the Merriam-Webster dictionary, describes integration as. It says that it is coordination of mental processes into a normal, effective personality or with the environment. So it's like bringing and synthesizing all of these pieces and parts into, well, I don't use the word normal, the effective way of showing up as yourself and in your environment. That's how I interpret that. You see, there's so many aspects of ourselves that we've forgotten or disowned or repelled or resisted from the very beginning of our life. And these acts of separation occur out of the need to survive and actually function in our life. So there is a purpose for them. There is a purpose for this forgetting, disownment, separation, but there comes a period in our life where it no longer serves us to live that way. And so we are called into integration. And integration is an essence of a journey where forgiveness becomes the gateway into allowing all those aspects of you to be healed, completed, and sensed as a wholeness of who you are so that you can remember your truth on a conscious level. Now, integration, it allows this releasing of all the old pain and trauma that gets stored in the body so that it can move into a more healthy functioning of that body-mind complex. And I see it as a releasing of all that, but also a honoring of it as a gift, as this was exactly what I needed so that I can come into what's next for me, so that I can evolve into the next highest version of myself. So I'm going to take you through these phases of integration that I discovered were key aspects to how I transformed my life, healed so many aspects of it, and how I work with my clients. So there's 5 phases, and over 12 years, these 5 phases have held up. They have evolved a bit. I've changed some of the way I structure it and the order and the naming, but it has always come back to these 5 phases. And I'll just give you a high-level overview so you know what that is. And I'll also leave a PDF you can download so that you can see this visual of what the integration formula is. So phase 1 is presence. This is where you're going to cultivate this awareness that's conscious of here and now. There's such a power in releasing past and future that allows you to have more ease in changing and shifting any negative aspects of your reality into something more positive. So there's this very important aspect of developing a presence practice. You can do this through breath, meditation. There's many different practices. I teach some of them, but that is where it all starts. Having a sense of presence for yourself and what is, and just out without judgment, without making it different, just being in that space. Then you're ready to go into phase 2, and this is beliefs. This is where we shift beliefs that are creating a foundation that's not supportive to what you want to be experiencing anymore. So what you have to understand is a belief is very ingrained, and it's like solidified thought that has created a form in your world, whether it's physical ailments, whether it's certain relationship aspects, whether it's money issues, or how you show up in your work in the world. That is all expressed based on what you believe to be true. So what you believe to be true is just going to be shown to you by your reality, what's going on right now. And what happens in this phase is you uncover some old beliefs that are not serving you, and you go through a process of actually releasing it out of your body complex and bringing in a new belief that replaces the old one. So you upgrade your belief foundation, and then literally from that moment on, you start operating from the new belief system. Then you're ready to go into phase 3. This is called purify. Now I have a background in detoxification and cleansing. I taught classes all over for many years, and I've done many different cleanses and detoxes myself. And I have found this is such a critical stage to making real, actual, sustainable shifts, is that we have to go through a purification process. And this is not just physical. Yes, letting go of the toxins in our body is very important, and that's part of this. So it might be food, but it also might be belongings, relationships, habits, things that you say, like catchphrases that you've been saying for many years, to purify all of these levels of yourself into what really is true for you. And part of that process is where we look into forgiveness of self, forgiveness of others, so that you can release all that gunk and junk that's in the system and then make space for something new. So then you're ready to go into phase 4, which is abundance. And I love when we move into this phase because so much has shifted already. So much has transformed within the self and in the mirroring of life around, that connecting to this natural state of abundance actually becomes very easy. And we do this through the mechanism of gratitude, and gratitude for what is right now. So noticing abundance that's around you in this moment, even if it's just the abundance of air you have to breathe. That is an extremely powerful frequency to tap into. When you're in abundance, everything becomes possible. You're no longer limited to what has happened in your past. So this is a really beautiful process, and anchoring that in a day-to-day experience then sets you up so you are ready for phase 5, which is manifest. And I know there's a lot of teachings out there about manifestation. I have done all sorts of techniques. I love all the different ways in which we can manifest. I have some really amazing stories about this. But really what's important to know is that the way you feel about what you want to experience is key. And visualizing with feeling, with emotion, not just thoughts, not just thinking it and writing it and saying it, but actually feeling the end state. When you have it, when it's realized, even if it's as simple as the feeling state itself and not even about a thing or an item or a new life, but just how you want to feel. When you go through these other phases, these first 4 phases, coming into manifestation happens so much more naturally. You stop attracting what you don't want and what is not beneficial for you, and more of what you actually do want and desire. So this is aligning yourself to be a vibrational match to your heart's wisdom of what is in the best alignment for you at this time. So that's the overview of the integration formula. These 5 phases are something that if you want to dive deeper into, you want to know more about, feel free to reach out to me. We can have a chat. You can check out my website, sarahlynwayne.com. And if you want to take a look at it, there'll be a link to the summary of this formula in the description. So thank you for listening. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I will see you next time.